Well, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Thank you very much for joining me. We're out with the TRF today. We're on another Leo-led ride, leaving from Manor Cafe in Bellaby. I don't know what's going to happen. You guys don't know what's going to happen. And here we go. Wow. So in fine biking buddies fashion, as always, grab yourself a brew, grab yourself a beer, and come with me on this Biking Buddies trail riding adventure. Roll VT.
Where do you go when you're young, when you're restless, when you're fun, cause you're desperate? Oh, here they come for a chance, for adventure. What's your poison, what's your pleasure?
So that is the titles out the way, and we've got our first trails under the belt, as it were, and we're just dialing into this ride. We're quite a number today. I think we're around about 8 or 9 bikes, and yeah, the first couple of trails have taken us across some farmlands, and you can see by looking down at the bike, yeah, we've just been through some immensely deep water, and yeah, just challenging yourself and expanding that knowledge and trail riding. So we're off to our next trail now, so let's pick it up when we're into the dirty stuff. Okay, so this is a lane that I've looked at myself. I've thought about coming across it once or twice, but I never have, so it's actually quite good that we're doing it today, as always, in that group, so that you've got that backup and support should you need it. So there's a bit of a water crossing to give ourselves some room. And through we go. Brilliant. That was good, that felt okay. This is quite loose. Let's get in that rut. Okay, let's just power it. Completely where I don't need to be now. Whoa. Wow, that was a bit shambolic, but I got off just. Kind of, just. I think I was a bit of a passenger there with the old T7. Yeah. So we're just having a little bit of a regroup here there. We've just been through a water splash. A couple of the bikes took a bit of a lung full of water, but I do believe we're all good and ready to go, so I better get back on the bike. Leo's forging his way through. I am going to be in the way. Yeah, that was quite interesting, that. So much for as ever, the novice group proving to be quite challenging in some respects, every respect. Yeah, and that's the lane that I thought it was, and I am certainly glad that I did that with the TRF and not plumb on my own. So we're just coming down an incredibly slippy, single track, rutty lane, and I must admit, I am not a fan of it. Whoops! Ow, 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 ow. That's on my foot. That's on my foot. It's just on my foot, buddy, that's all. Get my foot out, that's it, thank you. Awesome, appreciate that, gents. Lovely. Yep, we're good. Hang on. Right, thank you. Come on, girl. Oh, is that the tip switch on it?
Not that I know.
There we go. Thank you.
What people have told me.
Yeah, thank you. Well, that I didn't know. Yeah, I certainly didn't know that the bike's got a tip switch. Wow, look at that great log. I'm trying to avoid that. What am I doing? What am I doing? So when you go for the ground and it's completely just Not there. Wow. There we are. So let me get up on this road. That's better. Had a little bit of a rest up here just at the bottom of this slippy hill. That's where I just dropped the bike about halfway down up there. So Leo's just pulled the group over for a bit of a leg stretch, comfort break and a cigarette break for those that do. So we're just about to get on our way now. No idea where we're going to go, no idea where we're going to end up, and obviously no idea what's going to happen. So yeah, you can see we're quite a few numbers up on our group today. Fantastic. Wow, some big old country houses around here, that is for sure. Yeah, so these trails have been very interesting so far, quite challenging for me, mostly because of the absolute lack of adhesion and traction. And in fairness, I know I'm on the T7 and it's a much lighter bike than I'm used to previously with the Triumph Explorer. But that said, yes, I am very definitely still in that novice category, and these trails are certainly reminding me of that. Although it's got to be said, I'm having an absolutely fantastic time. It's brilliant. One bike drop so far, nice steady gentle drop, but it does tend to be standard drills when you're doing this kind of riding, that bikes will go down and invariably it'll be yours truly today, just because unlike previous rides where we're pretty much up on the tops and the tracks tend to be quite rocky and stony and gravelly, we're down in the arable pastures, so the tracks do tend to be quite sloppy, rutty, and a lot more mud rather than just gravel and stone, and that's something that I'm certainly not used to, but the only way to get used to it is to actually do it. So again, we don't look like we're coming overly far away from our next trail. Not entirely sure what this one's going to hold. Knowing Leo, it could be anything. Just give myself a little bit of space and time between the guy in front, mostly so I can pick my own route. So Leo's just pulling us up here. Let's have a see what gives. Okay, so we're just getting geared up after our comfort break, so let's have a little bit of peg cam action. Not entirely sure what that's going to show. And here we go. So we got peg cam facing the opposite direction today from the last outing that we had with it. So what I will be intrigued to see, given that the lens is now rear facing, is how clean or not it can manage to keep itself. This is a beautiful run across the top of here. Leo wasn't wrong when he said it was a good run. Okay, I'm guessing we're straight down. Yes, we are. There's the boys. Cheers! And down we come, yeah. Oh, I like these little drainage ditches, drainage humps, they are good. Look at this beautiful little place. These are fantastic places, but I must admit it's in the back of my mind, knowing Leo, that you come down these incredibly steep descents. Obviously the GoPro doesn't pick up the severity of how steep it is. There's a water crossing, that's, yeah, Whoa, now I am nervous about this. I'm going to go have a look at, oh, there's a footbridge, brilliant. Right, I'm going to do the footbridge. I think I'm going to bottle this and do the footbridge.
You do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, footbridge for me, gents. This time. Wow. Am I going to fit through there? I don't think I will. Will I? I don't know. Might have to shunt the bike a little bit to get it through. Let's give it a whirl. It's going to be tight if it'll go. I'm not going to get that through there, am I? Yes, I am. Yeah, well good. Bugger me. This is a long drop. Thank you very much for that. It's a bit FT, but it'll go. There we go. Thank you. It's in gear now. Appreciate that, thank you. That, my furry friends, has got to be photograph worthy, I think. Wow, so yeah, we've got a flooded KTM. That's what I didn't want to happen. Yeah, absolute mare. Coffee, please. Coffee, please.
Coffee and a fruit or plain scone.
I'm okay, thank you.
You're alright.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, so that sees us post refreshments at this fantastic little farmstead. What a good business opportunity they've clocked on. Just serving teas and coffees, light refreshments, scones, etc. to passing trade, walkers, bikers and anybody else that comes past. So we're off on our way now. The next section is a little bit disconcerting in one respect. Speaking to Leo, our ride leader, he said that we do have quite a deep ford to go through. Wowzers, that's tight. Quite a deep ford to go through, and I'm not looking forward to that. There is a footbridge there, so the road portage apparently is incredibly long and not really an option, so I've opted, I'm going to hand the T7 over to Leo and he's going to take it through for me. So let's work our way out of this incredibly beautiful valley full of coffee and scones, and we've got a little bit of mizzle drizzle rain to greet us as we leave. Okay, so with the severity of this drop, I am guessing that the water crossing is down at the bottom now. So again, just give myself a little bit of time and space and distance between these guys. Yeah, see what they're saying about how it is quite a rocky descent down. And ironically, I don't mind these descents, but yeah, I'm certainly not a fan of the idea of the deep water that belies us at the bottom. And there is the water crossing there. It does look quite deep, that typical very dark brown, so it might be a little bit of a chicken run, but I am going to hand the bike over to Leo, as I say. And here we go. Wow. So there you go, Leo, there's the bike. I'm going to pass this one over to Leo. And let's see some of the guys go through. That looks like one climb and a half on the other side. So let's get across. Wow, look at that thing. Yeah, I see what he says about this bridge. I think you could manhandle a bike over there if you needed to. Up and down he goes. That's what I don't want to do. Go on, Rich. And that was through quite tight. So, yeah, that is deep. Cracking bit of riding there. Okay, so Leo's going to come through on mine now, and hopefully we won't have any dramas. Let's get on hand just in case. Dive in, just give him a pull. This is going to be a climb and a half. So much for beginners group. I bring the 450. Wow. Okay, Leo, this is going to be interesting. Fucking pain. That is so much lighter, wow. The pegs, man, they're just not there. What a beast! Thank you! Didn't expect to see him. Huh. How different does this feel? Thank you, Leo. Ah, looks like I'm on Leo's bike. Hey ho! That's very interesting. So, rather interestingly, Leo's taken the T7 and I'm on the KTM 450. This bike is just so light, wow! It's like chalk and cheese. That is so light, unbelievable. Thank you for that, Leo. That thing doesn't weigh anything. So And away we go. That feels a little bit more normal. Yeah, I can see why. You know, a very brief glimpse to the inside world of these lighter bikes, and I can really see why they cope so admirably up stuff like that. And there we are back on a bit of a road section. I'm very grateful that Leo did that for me. I may have been able to do it myself, possibly, quite possibly. I'll certainly try it again when the water levels are a little lower. It looks to be the start of our next trail indeed. Let's go take a look. Let's go have a look. Wow, that looks like a drop and a half. My life. Although that doesn't look too bad, I think I can cope with that. Depends what happens off the edge of that ridge. This is where the step is, and that looks like it's going to get a bit full on.
That's Grinton.
Grinton, yeah?
Reef.
Alright, okay, yeah, Wreath, I'll get the lay of the land now. Yep.
Long foot there.
Yep. So we'll get down one way or another. Might not be on two wheels, but we'll get down.
There's two routes down. You see a gully to your left hand side there. Don't take that one. That's a hard one. This one is the easier one.
And that's easy.
This is easy.
Cool.
This is hard.
And this looks like another very typical Leo single track, lots of mud and slip trail, but it appears to be rideable so far. Famous last words. Yeah, that wasn't too bad at all. It's either that or I'm just getting used to the bike. He says. And there we are, back with Leo. Okay, so we interrupt this broadcast momentarily. We've got a bit of a wounded bike with us now. This is the one that everybody's just overtaken. He's dropped his bike, unfortunately, on one of the trails. Gear lever's snapped off, and I believe it's also snapped off at the shaft as well. So he's now stuck in second gear. So we're just pulling off the route, as it were, and we're going to go back to civilization. I understand from speaking to Leo as well that he's also getting low on fuel. Okay, so this is a tight little lane. There's a ford at the bottom of here, but there's also a bridge as well. So yours truly will most definitely be going over the bridge. And the main reason being, aside of the river crossing itself, is it's a very big, pronounced step on the opposite side to get up. A little bit of a cobbled kind of step out of the river, and you'll see that in a second. Hopefully nobody will drop the bike in there, but it is quite a tricky one at the best of times. So yeah, I came over here last time with Leo, and I most definitely took the bridge 100%. Yeah, this is quite full, fast and flowing compared to the last time that I did it. So this one is a bit of a tight one. So I may need a bit of a hand getting up here. So I can hear the couple of the guys behind me saying, go on. Okay, so let's have a quick look. Anybody coming through? Let's have a quick butchers. This is deep and fast and flowing. So yeah, we're going over the bridge.
Yeah?
I don't blame him.
It's about a metre higher than when it needed it before, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. Remember the other lad that came off when he came up on this corner of this bank? Do you know, I think you're right, it was.
Oh, that leg there.
It's that step.
That step's completely underwater.
Yeah.
It's flowing quite fast like, isn't it?
It is. Some volume going down there. I think discretion played a better part.
Better part of a submersible
Yeah, absolutely.
vessel.
Yep, I've been up here once before with Leo, Rachel and Peter, and yeah, it was very difficult then. And I can't see it being any easier today. Being wet, it was dry the last time I came up here. It is essentially just a dry stream bed. Still, bike's still upright, that's one thing. So yeah, that was the easier section. And this is a bit from memory. It's quite tricky. All these trees everyone wasn't there last time. That's a climb and a half. Well, here we are then, guys, back at the ride start, ride finish point. We're at Manor Cafe, as you can see there. There's our group behind us, a little bit fragmented. We did have quite a high attrition rate, so we had what did we have actually? We had bent snapped gear lever. There was something else I can't actually remember, mine's gone blank. But yeah, it's been an absolutely fantastic day. So as always, thank you to Leo, our ride leader. So thank you to Leo, our ride leader, and the rest of the group for making this day absolutely fantastic. What a success it's been. Despite the slightly inclement weather that we've got now, we've had an amazing day. So from me, as always, guys, I'm going to close this video down now. If you haven't done so already, then please hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and leave a comment. I always reply to every comment that we get. So from me at Manor Cafe with the rest of the guys here, just chilling out, whatever you're doing, wherever you are, keep it safe, keep it shiny side up, and we'll catch you for the next one. Cheers, guys. Bye now, bye.